गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम गाइए राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा भरेनेश्वर राधा भरेनेश्वर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा माई जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव महाराज की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण। तो सभी लोग थोड़े आगे आ जाइए तब सुन पाएंगे। सबको सुनाई दे रहा है? पीछे भी सुनाई दे रहा है? तो किसको, तो आज मैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में मिक्स बोलूँगा क्योंकि कुछ हमारे श्रोताओं को अंग्रेजी समझ में नहीं आती, इसलिए। हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोलो। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। गोविंदाय नमो नमः। गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण। तो आज हम चौथे अध्याय का, चौथे स्कंद के तीसरे अध्याय का 20वां श्लोक, 20 से 25वां श्लोक का चर्चा करेंगे। 4, 3, 20 to 25। तो यूजली 1-2 श्लोक होते हैं, आज 6 श्लोक है। 20 से 25। हाँ, मिक्स वी विल टेल बिकॉज सो मेनी पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड नो इंग्लिश क्लास बट इन हिंदी ऑल्सो। इंग्लिश, हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स्ड। ओके, तो सब किसी को हिंदी समझ में नहीं आता? यहाँ कोई ऐसा है जहाँ जिसको हिंदी समझ में नहीं आता? इंग्लिश क्लास। ओके, हरे कृष्णा। ओके, इंग्लिश क्लास। इंग्लिश क्लास। ओके, ही वांट्स मी टू टेक इन इंग्लिश। ओके, तो थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी हम लोग बोलेंगे, बाकी वी विल टेक इन इंग्लिश, नो प्रॉब्लम। हरे कृष्णा। सो श्लोक क्रमांक, श्लोक नंबर 20, कैंटो 4, चैप्टर 3, टेक्स्ट 20। व्यक्तम त्वमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानाम असि शुभ्रु में मता तथापि मानम न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात्क परितप्यते यत। व्यक्तम त्वमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानाम असि शुभ्रु में मता तथापि मानम न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात्क परितप्यते यत। यू कैन रिपीट, प्लीज रिपीट। व्यक्तम तमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रु में मता तथापि मानम न प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात्क परितप्यते यता। व्यक्तम त्वमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रु में मता तथापि मानम न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात्क परितप्यते यतः। व्यक्तम तमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रु में मता तथापि मानम न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात्क परितप्यते यतः। माताजी, व्यक्तम तमुत्कृष्ट गते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रु में मता मदाश्रयात्। व्यक्त्वं तमुत्कृष्टगते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रुमे मतः अथापि मानं न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात् कः परितप्यते यतः व्यक्तं तमुत्कृष्टगते प्रजापते प्रियात्मजानामसि शुभ्रुमे मतः तथापि मानं न पितु प्रपत्स्यसे मदाश्रयात् कः परितप्यते था. 6 slokas. Hare Krishna. Vyaktyam, please repeat after me. Vyaktam, it is clear. Tvam, you. Utkrishtagate, having the best behavior. Prajapate, of Prajapati Daksha. Priya, the pet. Atmajanam, of the daughters. Asi, you are. Shubhru, oh you with the beautiful eyebrows. Me, my. Mata, considered. Tathapi, yet. Manam, honor. Na, not. Pitu, from your father. Prapatsyase, you will meet with. Mat ashrayat, from connection with me. Ka, daksha. Paritapyate, is feeling pain. Yataha, from whom. Translation. My dear white complexioned wife, please repeat. It is clear that of the many daughters of Daksha, you are the pet. Yet you will not be honored at his house because of your being my wife. Rather, you will be sorry that you are connected with me. So we'll read the purport. Purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Shiva put forward the argument that even if Sati proposed to go alone without her husband, still she would not be received well because she was his wife. There was every chance of catastrophe, even if she wanted to go alone. Therefore, Lord Shiva indirectly requested her not to go to her father's house. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sva Padantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I welcome everyone to come for the Friday feast program. So after 1 hour we are going to have prasadam, no? Yeah. So before that, please, after that movie, after that is today's special day. So for 1 hour, please tolerate me. And if I make any mistakes, please forgive me also. I seek the blessings of all the elder Vaishnavas sitting here and all my friends who are guiding me in front. Hare Krishna. So today not one shloka, we have the 6 shlokas. The sale of 6 together. Bhagavatam, sometimes one shloka we keep on discussing more and more. Today we have from number 20 to 25, 6 shlokas at one time. So what is going on? Everybody knows what is the situation going on now. In Bhagavatam, what we are discussing about? Shiva, Sati and Daksha. So what is the title of the chapter? Talks between Shiva and Sati. If the same thing was with us, अगर हमारे साथ ये होता तो क्या टाइटल होता हमारा? Fight between husband and wife. So the husband and wife are talking, discussing. But whenever there is a difference of opinion, when the opinion doesn't match, which happens very, very common. So imagine, even with Shiva and Sati also, there is difference of opinion. So we've been asked what, definitely there will be something. No two souls are perfectly matching. However, you match the astrological chart, still after 36 out of 36 match, still उनका 36 का आंकड़ा होता है. After 36 also, Patrika is perfect. So still Shiva and Sati are here, they are talking. So imagine what, they are, even if they are distressed, still they are talking. What we will do? We will fight only. Our tendency only is first fight. And then what we will do? After fighting, we will say, I have told you now one time not to go. Why you want to go again and again? Like that we will do. Our mood will change. From Sattva Guna we directly grow to Rajo and Tamo Guna. Immediately. And after that what we will do? एक बार बोल के सुनते नहीं है, अभी फिर से नहीं बोलूँगा मैं. मौन व्रत. No more talking. No talks between husband and wife. We'll keep quiet. If you want to listen to me, it is either my way or the highway. If you want to listen to me, listen. If you don't want to listen to me, do as what you want. And then, if she does what she wants to do, then will we take care? For example, the son will tell the father, Father, I don't want to live with you. I want to live alone. So what? So the father who is not a devotee or who is not compassionate toward the son, what will say? Tu tera dekh. One time, like we tell this joke, one time one husband came home and the wife did not cook anything. So husband asked, what is there for lunch today? Look at the wall. What is written on the wall? Number 13 was written. 1-3. What is this? Number 13. Number 13 matlab kya hai? It is tera. So, see, you look at number 13. Tu tera dekh. So, tu tera dekh means what? You manage yourself. I am not going to. After the fight, you see for yourself. I am not going to help you anything. That is how the dealing between us is. First we fight, then we don't talk, then we don't want to help also. So here we can see in Bhagavatam, that's why our name is not in the Bhagavatam. So one time so they say that, okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago. So maybe we are in part of Chaitanya Charitamrit. So maybe one time, if our name wants to come in the future version of Chaitanya Charitamrit, then we have to start improving ourselves and improving our behavior. So talks between Venkateshwar Govind Prabhu and his wife. Some chapter will come next time in Chaitanya Charitamrit. How the talk will be. Hare Krishna. So now in this verse, we'll go one by one. So what is happening? In the short gist I will tell you after the 6 verses, because sometimes we have less time. So what is happening? Here Sati is saying, I want to go to my father's sacrifice. Father is doing big sacrifices. Father also, regarding Daksha, Daksha is the very word Daksha means expert. Daksha matlab expert. But Daksha, everything is expert. So Daksha is doing big sacrifice. He is doing, after big sacrifice, last time we heard, he cursed Shiva, he went out of the assembly. Then Shiva also went away. After all this is happening, what happens? Brahma gives him promotion. Kiya gadbad. Gadbad karne ke baad Brahma ne usko promotion de diya. What promotion he gives? He becomes the chief of the Prajapatis. So Daksha feels, I did offense, but what happened? I got promotion actually. Brahma did not mind it. Maybe that means, maybe I was right. Sometimes we do wrong and we feel that maybe I was right. We don't take opinion of other devotees. Other devotees exactly point at you. If you ask other devotees, they will exactly point. Prabhu, you might feel you are right, but you are wrong actually. So actually what he doesn't want to take anybody's opinion. He feels he is right because Brahma made him chief of the Prajapatis. So now he does more and more sacrifices. He does what sacrifice is called Vajapeya Yajna. So first he does Vajapeya Yajna, then he wants to do Brihaspati Sava Yajna. So in all these sacrifices, it's a big sacrifice, big yajna, and all the universal affairs who take care, all the big administrators and managers are invited. Of the 14 planetary systems, not of one country, other country, of this earth planet. The whole 14 worlds, everybody is invited. Sabko invitation hai. But Shiva ko invitation nahi hai. Shiva is not invited. So he's saying, what is because he had fight with Shiva, so Shiva is not invited. So Shiva is telling Sati, bin bulaya mehman mat ho jao. It is don't, bin bulaya mehman nahi hona chahiye. Don't go if you are uninvited. So Sati is telling him, even if I am uninvited, I am going to my father's house. She is telling reasons in the previous verses, which I will not go much. So she is telling, my father, we can go to our friend's house, we can go to father's house, we can go to husband's house, we can go to spiritual master's house. Even if they are not inviting, we can still go. So she is saying, Shiva is telling, What Sati is telling? Oh Shiva, you are abhava. You are never born. She's praising her husband. You are abhava. You are not connected with this bhavsagar at all. Then what she's saying? You are Siti Kantha or you are Neela Kantha. Means she's trying to tell, when other people were in problem during the Samudra Manthan, you came and you drank all the poison. So you know, when people are distressed, you solve their distress. So now I am in distress. I want to go to my father's house. And you are stopping me? So I am in Dharma Sankat. I am in Dhangal, whether to go or not to go. And I have decided to go, but you are stopping me. Why is that? You are merciful, no? You drank the ocean of poison. So now allow me to go also. Be merciful to me. So Shiva is telling her, what is telling? My dear white complexioned wife. It is clear that of the many daughters of Daksha, you are the pet. Yet you will not be honored at his house because of you being my wife. Rather, you will be sorry that you are connected to me. She is saying, Sati is saying, you don't come with me, I will go alone. So there is no problem, no. I am going to my father's house. You and your my father have problem. Like it is said that there is two types of people in this world. The Devatas. Devatas are called what? What is the other word of Devatas? Devatas and Danavas. So it is called what? Devatas are called Suras. And the Danavas are called Asuras. So Asur and Asur. And there is third category also, which is called Sasur. Asur, when the Sasur can behave like a Sur also and Asur also. So here Shiva is trying to point out that Baba, your father, maybe your father, but now he is not in the mood of Sura. Sasur is become Asura. So he is telling, so you might be your pet, you might be pet daughter of his, but actually you are my wife. That's why he will not consider you. And actually the same thing happens afterwards. So then Sati says that actually this is your problem actually. This is you and my father are fighting. You and my father actually, you and so why should I be blamed? I will still go. So what Shiva says the next verse 21, one who is conducted by false ego and thus always distressed. जो अहंकार में स्थित है वो हमेशा परेशानी में है. Both mentally and sensually, he cannot tolerate the opulence of self-realized persons. Being unable to rise to the standard of self-realization, he envies such persons as much as demons envy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what Shiva is telling, actually your father is under false ego. When you are under control of false ego, he is not able to tolerate me. And for we see, people are always envious. This world is carried by, or why this material world, why we have come into material world? Because we have two things. We have material desires and we have envy. We have bhautik ichcha and we have dvesh. Because of that, we are in this material world. Otherwise, we will not be. We would be in the spiritual world. So he is telling that everybody is envious to each other, but your Shiva actually, your Daksha, Shiva is telling actually he is very envious of me because I am self-realized and he is envious of me. So what to do now? I am not at fault, but he is envious. That's why he will be angry at you also. So Sati says, no. I will still plan to go. Whatever you will say, I want to go only. So then he is telling further. What he is telling in the next verse? See. What is verse number 22? Read, Prabhu. Yeah.
My dear young ones, certainly friends and relatives offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming one another and offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to the transcendental platform, being intelligent, offer such respects to the super soul who is sitting within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body.
Hare Krishna. So Sati is telling Shiva that actually in that assembly, you should have got up. My father came, everybody got up, everybody offered respects, and you did not get up. He is envious of you, but if you would have only got up, there's a problem, hota hi nahi. This problem would not have happened. You should have got up. So then Shiva is saying this verse. What Shiva is saying? That actually, So we offer, whenever friends and relatives meet, we offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming each other, offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to transcendental platform, those who are intelligent and elevated to Krishna consciousness, they offer obeisances to super soul who is within the body and not to the body. Daksha was expecting respect to his body, but actually Shiva is already offering obeisances to the super soul. So Sati is saying, he continues actually, that he in 23, I am always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness. So Shiva is always thinking of Krishna every time. And in such a pure Krishna consciousness, which is known as Vasudeva state, Krishna is revealed without any covering. So he is saying already I am offering obeisances to Krishna as super soul, and the Daksha also has super soul in his heart. So I am already offering obeisances to the super soul. So already I have offered obeisances to Daksha. So Sati says that actually he is my father. You may be his son-in-law, but he is my father. I am his daughter, and he is very well qualified. He is Daksha. He has got so many qualities: beauty, intelligence, strength, fame, knowledge, renunciation. All qualities he has got. High birth. So he has got intelligence. When I go there, he will take care of me and no problem. So what Shiva tells in verse 24, but therefore you should not see your father, although he is the giver of your body, because he and his followers are envious of Shiva. Because of envy, he has insulted me and with cruel words. So he is saying that actually Shiva has been insulted by him with very cruel words. Daksha is already insulted. That's why he is not in the mental state is not good. That's why better you don't go. But Sati is still thinking. Sati is getting angry actually. Sati is thinking, he is getting angry. Why Shiva is not allowing me to go? She wants to go and Shiva is stopping her to go. So Sati is looking at Shiva with angry eyes. So Shiva tells finally in the verse 25, in spite of this instruction, if you decide to go, neglecting my words, the future will not be good for you. He is already making prediction. Future will not be good for you. You are most respectful, and when you are insulted by your relative, this insult will immediately be equal to death. So Shiva is already telling that if you still go, if you neglect this advice of mine, then I will not be responsible. You will maybe you will die also. That Shiva is already cautioning her. So now let's go one by one. We have 45 minutes till 9 o'clock. Verse number 20 to 25. So first what is happening? Shiva is telling her, even if you are going alone, there is high chance of problem. Why is there a chance of problem? Because, why is the chance of problem he is saying? Is everybody hearing the class or everybody thinking of Prasad only 9 o'clock? Hare Krishna. So in 1 hour, basically Krishna Consciousness Prabhupada says is a university. When we go to school, our purpose is what? School ja rahe subah, morning 7 o'clock I am going to school, afternoon 2 o'clock I am going home. But exam, nothing I am able to write. So parents are saying every day you are going to school and you are coming back also. What is happening? What you are doing in school? Your body is going to school. Mind is somewhere else. Similarly, we are coming to Bhagavatam class. We are sitting here with hunger in our stomach. When this person will stop speaking? And when will 9 o'clock be? We are counting the seconds. And our favorite shloka is what? Not this shloka of Bhagavatam. What is our favorite shloka? Mahaprasade Govindya. That is the favorite, most favorite shloka in the entire creation. So we are waiting. So I request you, so kindly pay attention and listen to what is going on. Because Bhagavatam is something to learn. If you don't listen, then we won't be able to apply only in our life. Kabhi suna hai nahi. You go to driving class and we don't listen to how to drive. He will tell all sorts of things, how to be careful, what is the solid line, what is the dotted line, everything they will tell. All booklet they will give you. After you come for driving, people are busy with their phone, calling the phone, texting on the phone. But they don't know what is give way. They don't know how to enter roundabout. They don't know how to, the left side people we have to give way. Then what happens? There is high chance of accident. That is what is Shiva telling here. If you don't listen to me, there will be accident. Hare Krishna. So why he is saying? Because Shiva is connected to because Sati is connected to Shiva. Because Sati is the wife of Shiva, that's why Daksha will not consider her. That's what he wants to say. The next verse 21, what he is saying? Daksha is always under false ego. So false ego is the most dangerous thing. Earth, water, fire, air, ether are the 5 gross elements. And what are the 3 subtle elements? Mind, intelligence and false ego. So whenever we are conducted by false ego, we lose our intelligence. Our intelligence is lost. And that's why always we are thinking of envy. We are thinking, भला इसकी गाड़ी मेरे गाड़ी से बड़ी कैसे? इसका जॉब मेरे जॉब से अच्छा कैसे? इसकी सैलरी मेरे से सैलरी से ज़्यादा कैसे? अरे Krishna has given you whatever position. Actually, when I was going to come to Bahrain, my spiritual counselor told me that you are going to the Middle East country, but when you go there, you understand that maybe your salary may not be the highest of salaries. There will be people having salary lower to you and people having salary higher to you also. So don't think that you are going to Middle East means you have touched the moon. You will be also one amongst them. So similarly, always there will be some persons who will be lower to you and higher to you. Always. In all the 6 Aishwaryas. Somebody will be more beautiful, somebody will be less beautiful. Somebody will be more intelligent, somebody will be less intelligent. Somebody will be more strong. You go to gym and make nice bodybuilding, and then you are lifting 25 kgs, and nobody is able to lift 10 kgs also. You are lifting 25 kgs. So you are, and one person comes and he suddenly lifts 50 kgs, and then everybody is looking at him. So you say, "Ye kyun aaya re? He should not have come to the gym. I was the center of attention here, and this person is lifting 50 kgs, and now my center is gone." So everybody in this life, you have to be aware that somebody will be always higher and somebody will be always lower. You are never the highest and you are never the lowest. So don't go in depression also that I am low, I am lowest of the low. No, you are not lowest and you are not the highest also. So you have to be contented. Whatever Krishna is giving you in whatever situation, you have to be happy and satisfied and be involved in spiritual life. That is one of the main lessons of spiritual life. So what Shiva is telling here, that one who is conducted by false ego is always distressed. Why is distressed? Both mentally and sensually he is under distress. Because he is comparing. Why this fellow is coming first in class? Why I should come? I should also. Why this? Then this same mentality we carry in when we come to ISKCON, we come to temple, somebody is being glorified on the stage. मैंने भी तो preaching किया है. दामोदर यात्रा में मेरा भी तो नंबर अच्छा है. उनका 12 है, मेरा 11 तो है ना. Just थोड़ा सा difference है. Why he is being called on the stage and given the garland and everything? I have not been called. My number is not come. So we are even in spirituality, when we come to ISKCON, we also carry the same envious tendency. That is what Krishna says we have to root out. Out of the 6 things, 6 beautiful things that we have in our heart. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsar. Wow, wow, wow. And people are glorifying actually. Actually the whole media is glorifying. Wow, wow, wow. क्या कपड़ा पहनता है, कितना कम कपड़ा पहना तुमने. That is glorified. क्रोध, if somebody is angry, अरे क्रोधी, ये तो passionate है. Passion से, you have to learn to live with passion. That's what people glorify actually. तो उल्टा, the world is opposite and the spiritual life is opposite. They glorify Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsar. And after coming to ISKCON, we realize that actually the problem is, this is a Shadripu. We are not supposed to, we have to go above them. So we are, so self-realized person, forget about material things. Here Shiva is self-realized. He is Atmaram. He knows what is, he is very near to the super soul. Prabhupada is telling, Shiva is directly in contact with the super soul. And then what is happening? When he is sitting, Shiva is given a higher seat. Shiva is in charge of the Gunavatar. Which Gunavatar? Which Guna? Tamoguna. So Shiva is not in Tamoguna. Shiva is in charge of Tamoguna. Shiva Tamogun ke adhisthata hai. Wo Tamogun mein nahi hai. So actually, this Daksha is always, he is not sudden outburst. Sometimes we go to somebody and suddenly we get angry and we start shouting at somebody. But this incident is not like that. Suddenly, this is not sudden outburst. Daksha is keeping envy in his heart every time. And he is trying to take a chance. कब मुझे मौका मिलेगा? When they will get a chance. Like there is cricket going on, and I am a good batsman, but if the ball is, I am best expert in facing the fast ball. But the pitch is made for spinners. Every time I am going, pitch is made for spinners. I am getting out. So I am waiting. When my chance will come, then when fast bowler will come and pitch is favorable. As soon as the pitch is favorable, I hit a six. Daksha is also waiting. Every time I am not getting a chance. I am not getting a chance to tell anything against Shiva. But now, in this assembly, he got a chance. And immediately he started cursing him. So that he is saying. So Prabhupada is saying, great personalities like Shiva are very great. They cannot be imitated by anyone. And even we say ordinary people. Can we imitate? If somebody is coming first in your school, first in class, or he's understanding everything whatever going on in your company, we cannot imitate anybody. For example, somebody says, and like I am an eye doctor, if somebody says without having any qualification, if somebody goes, आज आप मत जाओ प्रभु जी, आप मैं जाता हूँ चेक करने को, तो चलेगा क्या? खलास. If somebody goes, तो आँख का क्या होगा? If somebody goes, if tomorrow I say I am doctor but I bore हो गया, I am bored. Tomorrow I will go and construct this building. If I will become civil engineer, I will go and construct the building without any knowledge of how to construct. What will happen? What happens in so many places in India? New bridge, what Mataji? Yeah, building will collapse. And then blame will come on whom? Me. And they will ask, why you went to construct building? You have qualification to construct? No. But so similar, we cannot imitate people. So similarly, we can wear this mala, we can wear tilak. That doesn't mean I am a devotee. I am trying to become a devotee. We are trying to become devotees. We are trying to come to ISKCON to learn something. So slowly we are trying to learn. So that's why we have to understand what Prabhupada's purports are. Prabhupada's purports are teaching us step by step Krishna consciousness, and we try to improve in our consciousness. Otherwise, one day will come in which we will be envious of somebody and we will also have the outburst with them. But what is the difference actually? Even we get angry with somebody and get shout at somebody, we have to understand we made a mistake. And then we come beg for forgiveness. No? We shout at somebody, and then afterwards we go home and we are like, oh, I made a mistake. Then next day I go, sorry Prabhuji, I made a mistake, sorry. But here you see, Daksha, he is not sorry also. The mistake over here is that he is not sorry at all. That happens because of false ego. So what Prabhupada is telling here, Prabhupada is telling every individual body is a temple of the Lord. We have to see everybody as temple. When we are seeing each and everybody is actually temple. When we are offering obeisances, we are actually offering obeisances to the super soul in the heart. Om Keshvaya Nama, Om Narayana Nama, Om Madhvaya Nama, Om Govindaya Nama. All these 12 places we offer, we put tilaka. No? So actually, our body is actually temple of the Lord, where the Lord is residing as super soul. That is a very important point. And the asuras and demons or atheists, they are envious of Krishna. They are envious. So they will sometimes find ways. They will sometimes find ways and means to say that Krishna doesn't exist. So Prabhupada gives an example here. Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita 1865, Man manabhav mad bhakto means what? Always think of me. Become my devotee and surrender unto Krishna. Surrender to me. Krishna himself is saying that think of me, worship me, surrender unto me. But the translator, what he is writing? Something beyond Krishna. Actually, Krishna is not surrender unto Krishna. Actually, to surrender unto the light which is behind Krishna. So they remove Krishna from the picture. And that's why that is one of the manifestation of envy. Envy kaise aata hai? How does Dvesh come? So when we are foolish, when we are not intelligent, and we are asuras or demons or atheists, then हम द्वेष करते हैं भगवान का, और भगवान का द्वेष करते हैं तो भगवान को भगवद गीता से ही हटाते हैं. We remove Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and we want to put ourselves in the Bhagavad Gita. That it is my knowledge. Actually, who is giving the knowledge? Krishna is giving the knowledge. Who is giving the knowledge to us? Prabhupada is giving the knowledge. So we have to focus on Krishna and Prabhupada. So let's go to the next verse. Verse number 22. So what Shiva is telling? My dear young wife, relatives and friends offer mutual greetings. But actually, I could not get up. That time, what was happening? I was sitting in Samadhi. That will go later. But So actually, materially speaking, Shiva should have offered obeisances to Daksha. Huh? So even when actually when disciple offers obeisances to spiritual master also offers obeisances again to him. So you say, Are, maybe I am so great. My spiritual master is offering obeisances again to me. So it is not like that. So what Prabhupada is telling here, that offering respect to Vaishnava means offering respect to Vishnu. A Vaishnava sees the body as a temple of Vishnu. So basically we don't offer obeisances to the body. Obeisances are offered to the super soul within the body. That is the important thing in Krishna consciousness. We have to understand one very important point, that we are offering obeisances to each other, not to the body, not to make other person puffed up, but actually we are offering obeisances to the super soul within the body. So let's go to verse number 23, which is a very important verse, which you all repeat after me. Satvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Satvam Yadi Yate Tatra Pumama Pavrata Satvecha Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Hi Adokshajo Me Namasa Vidiyate. So anybody wants to repeat, please repeat. Verse number 23. You have the Satvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Yadi Satvecha Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshame Namasa. I am always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness. What Shiva is saying, it's a very important verse. Shiva is always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness, in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudev, is revealed without any covering. So basically, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur tells a story. He tells there was a boy in childhood, small boys are there, no? Without clothes he used to run. Nangai ghumta tha, idhar ghumta tha. So people used to call him some Nangas naam se bola, dekh ghumta rehta. That boy grew up, and afterwards he became the judge of the court judge. And then people came to know that this fellow used to become judge of the court. They could not believe that that boy who used to roam around naked became the court judge. So they will say, अरे क्या ये बन सकता है क्या? क्या मालूम? हम लोग तो देखा है, जब भी देखा है उसको नंगा घूमते देखा है. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, maybe that time he was roaming around naked, but now he improved himself. He got education, and he has now become a court judge. So you have to offer him obeisances that time. That's why we should remove envy from our heart and understand that what is our situation. Thank you. So we have to remove envy from our heart and understand what is situation of Shiva. So Daksha should actually remove envy. He should understand what is happening. And what is said in this? Asango hi ayam purushaha. So actually we are all identifying with this material body. So Prabhupada says here, this is a very long purport, but we have time today, so we will discuss. So please bear with me. We have time. So this we are understanding. We say that we are not the body, we are the soul. But actually what we do, when we go out of this temple, or even after the class is over, we are behaving on the level of the body only. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending are the function of what? Body. Eating, sleeping, ahara nidra abhayanamaithunam cha samanyametat pashubhi naranam dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesho dharme nahina pashubhi samanam. So ahara nidra abhayamaithunam cha is function of the body. But because we actually we think we are the body. We have not yet realized that we are the soul. If we have realized the soul, then we will be on a different level. We will be not thinking of eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So because when we are pure souls, we are actually pure. When we come from the spiritual world, we are in the material world now, we get contaminated over here. Like the rainy season, the rain falls, and when the rain gets mixed with the mud, it gets contaminated. But so that's why we have to understand that we are not the body. We are the spirit soul. So one who has understood that he is the spirit soul, really he is who has understood, who has realized he is spirit soul, then he is on the Shuddha Sattva platform. What is Shuddha Sattva? So Shiva is on the Shuddha Sattva platform, where directly the internal potency of the Lord, the Antaranga Shakti, takes care of him. So we are under the external potency. हमको लगता है, we think, हमको लगता है कि हम शुद्ध हो गए, लेकिन अभी तक हम शुद्ध नहीं हुए. तो शुद्ध सत्व में क्या है? What is the रजोगुण, तमोगुण, रजोगुण and सत्वगुण. Sattvagun also binds. And what is the two things in which Sattvagun binds? Hare Krishna. So Prabhu is tell, but Sattvagun binds because of happiness and knowledge. Gyan और सुख से Sattvagun भी हमें जकड़ता है. So we think we are very knowledgeable. We think we are very happy. So we think what is Krishna is not required. Already sitting in my house, I am happy and I am knowledgeable also. I know so much about life. I am very happy. I am also doing good to people. People are also doing good. So what is the need of coming to temple? What is the need of coming to ISKCON? मैं भी सबका भला कर रहा हूँ, लोग भी मेरा भला कर रहे हैं, सब अच्छा चल रहा है ना, तो क्यों आना है? जॉब भी है, चल रहा है, सैलरी भी ऐसा मिल रहा है, तो मेरा बॉस भी अच्छा है, तो दुनिया अच्छा चल रहा है, मजा करो ना. फ्राइडे मॉर्निंग को इधर क्यों आना है? इधर मंदिर में क्यों आना है? So that's why कितना भी, how much ever we are in sattva guna, till we don't go to Shuddha Sattva, we will still be bound. जेल में अगर कैदी है, जेल में कैदी है, वो बोलेगा, the famous example, no? You are bound by iron chain. I am bound by silver chain. But somebody is bound by golden chain. But actually we all are bound, no? Whether I am bound by gold chain, so I am looking at the gold chain. I am bound by gold chain. You are bound by iron chain. But actually I am also bound. That's why till we are in the material world, we are all bound. When we go out of this material world, or when we are actually in Shuddha Sattva, that is the consciousness of Shiva. So then all the material activities will stop. So Prabhupada gives two analogies here. Like the iron. If you keep iron, we are catching iron rod. If you put iron rod in fire, it becomes like fire. Then we cannot hold the fire. When we take copper wire and we put electricity, pass electricity, it becomes like electricity. Then we cannot catch the copper wire. Can we catch? When electricity is on, we catch the copper wire. What will happen? We know what will happen. So similarly, so we also cannot catch devotees who are pure devotees. We cannot understand, we cannot imitate them. Because the pure Krishna consciousness is flowing through them like electricity, like red hot fire. So if you have to understand what they are saying, Mam cha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatittetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So this consciousness is called as Vasudeva Sthiti. So when we are in Vasudeva Sthiti, then Krishna will be revealed to us without any covering. So Shuddha Sattva is also called, what is the other name of Shuddha Sattva? Vasudeva. Because Vasudeva was in Vasudeva Sthiti, that's why Vasudeva was born to him. Krishna appears to Vasudeva because he is in Vasudeva Sthiti. So then we act as a matter of duty. So Jiva Goswami is commenting in Bhagavad Sandarbha also that Ashtota Sata, we say na, Jayam Vishnupad Paramahasa Pravijakachara Ashtotar Sata, Srimad, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. So Ashtotar Sata, why word is added? Ashtotar Sat word indicates the Shuddha Sattva or Vasudeva Sthiti. So in other words, it is also called as Kaivalya. Kaivalya means there is two types of Kaivalya. Kaivalya also means Vasudeva Sthiti. It is constantly you are in Krishna consciousness. There is two types of Kaivalya. Impersonal Kaivalya and Krishna conscious Kaivalya. So in impersonal Kaivalya is of the Mayavadis, Prabhupada is saying, who think about only Brahma Jyoti and merging in the Brahma Jyoti. But the Krishna conscious Kaivalya is one who understands pure devotional service. One who understands that beyond the Brahma Jyoti, Krishna is there. So like here in this episode, Shiva was in Samadhi. There is Samadhi, there is two types of samadhi. Sampradnyat samadhi and asampradnyat samadhi. So sampradnyat samadhi means in samadhi you know who is performing the samadhi, what is the process of the samadhi, and what is the goal of the samadhi. Who is doing, what is the process, what is the goal. These three things you know in sampradnyat samadhi. But Shiva was in asampradnyat samadhi, in which who is doing, what is happening, he doesn't know. He is totally focused on Krishna. He is forgetting what is happening. The example given is of Dronacharya. When Dronacharya told, Dronacharya called all the Pandavas and Kauravas and he told, let's go, there is a bird and you have to aim at the eye of the bird. So now Duryodhan was there, so he asked Duryodhan and everybody, so what do you see? Duryodhan says, Duryodhan ko laga कि वो पूछ रहा है कि क्या दिख रहा है तुमको, कितना दिख रहा है. Duryodhan says, I can see a tree and the tree leaves are, some leaves are green, some leaves are brown. The tree is the shape like that, and there is bird also, and bird is matching to the color of the tree, and bird is like that. So he started describing how it's, and I can, oh spiritual master, I can see your lotus feet also. I can not only see this tree, I can see your feet also. So he said, okay, बहुत हो गया. So then he asked Arjuna, what do you see, Arjun? Arjun says, I can see only the eye of the bird. So the other Kauravas start laughing. इसको तो कुछ भी नहीं दिखता है, इसको सिर्फ वो bird, इतना सब everything, so much things are there, but this fellow is only seeing the eye of the bird. He is not seeing, you can't see the tree, you can't see, your spiritual master is standing in front of you. Your guru you can't see the tree, you can't see the bird, you can see only eyes. So this actually, but the guru knows what is exactly supposed to be seen. So Guru tells Arjuna, fire the arrow, and Arjuna pierces the bird, which is actually a decoy. It is not actual bird. So that's why Shiva over here is actually in asampradnyat samadhi. He doesn't see anybody else. He can only see the Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly, and he is having discussion and relation with the Supreme Personality as super soul in the heart. That's why what this shloka is saying, if you are actually concentrating on the super soul, if you are actually studying in the school, if you are daily you are concentrating on your studies, then the exam will be easy for you. Similarly, if you are concentrating on super soul, then finally the final exam will be easy for you. Here we are sitting for 1 hour in the Bhagavatam class, then we are at home chanting for some time, for 2 hours, then we are doing some devotional service for 2 hours. So out of the 24 hours, maximum maybe for example 6 hours, 8 hours we are giving for Krishna. Remaining 16 hours what we are doing? Remaining 16 hours what we are doing, that is dependent, that is actually qualifying whether we are able to chant properly or not. So the remaining, so we are saying Krishna, हमारे पास, we only have 6 to 8 hours for you. Remaining 16 hours I have for myself. So will we go in samadhi immediately? No, because we are out of focus. So the child will say, going to school, 8 hours school, only 2 hours I will focus, 6 hours I will do time pass. Will he study properly? No. He has to try to focus as much as possible on the teacher. That's why Prabhupada is telling here about this state. What is it? What is the 3 words used here? Shuddha Sattva, Vasudeva and Kaivalya. Shuddha Sattva, Vasudeva and Kaivalya. These 3 words Prabhupada is using in the purport. So somebody might say that actually we are material, no? Our senses are material. So can we see spiritual? Atha Sri Krishna namadi nabhavet grayam indriye sevon mukhe hi jivadau swayameva sfuratiyada. For example, tomorrow you think मैं चांद तोड़ के लाऊंगा. People who, when if they fall in love, ना जैसे मैं तुम्हारे लिए चांद तोड़ के लाऊंगा. Is it possible? नहीं possible है. Maximum what you can do, you can take milk and show the reflection. Like Yashoda did for Krishna. Krishna was crying, so Yashoda said that, okay, see, baby, see here. So the Krishna could see the reflection of the moon in the milk, and Krishna got happy. But actually, even if you jump, I can Olympics. We are going Olympics. I can do high jump. I can do pole vault. But can you jump and touch the moon? It is impossible. So similarly, how much ever we jump, it is impossible. Our senses are material senses. How we can understand the spiritual? It is not possible. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says it is possible. How it is possible? Just by cleaning the mirror of the mind. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृत स्वादनं सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So what happens with Sri Krishna Sankirtan? How many things happen? 7 things happen. So first thing is Chetodarpana Marjanam. So the mirror of the heart gets cleaned. जब हम हमारे आईने को साफ करेंगे, मन के आईने को साफ करेंगे, तब हमारी छवि हमें दिखेगी. So we can see ourselves and we can see Krishna. Like the last Marathi class I was telling, when the room is dark, what is self-realization? Room is dark. You come here and you put on the switch. So when you put on the switch, you can see where you are and where other people are there. Similarly, when you get self-realized, you can see where you are and where Krishna is and what your relationship is. So self-realization is MSC. What is MSC? You understand what is matter, you understand what is spirit, and you understand who is the controller of both. MSC. Matter, spirit, and controller of both. And what is your relationship between each other. So that is what is Krishna consciousness. So further Prabhupada is saying, what is he saying? So Shiva was in Samadhi, and Shiva was, he tells one more word, Adokshaja. Adokshaja. Adokshaja is what? Adokshaja is, Akshaja means what we can perceive with our senses. जो हमारी इंद्रियों से दिखता है उसे अक्षज बोलते हैं. अधोक्षज means which is beyond, जो हम कर ही नहीं सकते. Like I was giving example of child and the father. When child is there, he wants something from the cupboard. So father comes, picks up the 2-year-old boy, and then he can pick up. So till the time the father picks up, he cannot pick anything up which is kept up from the cupboard. So with our senses, only when we purify our senses, then with the senses we can see who is the Supreme Lord. Till the time we don't clean the mirror of the mind, we cannot see the Supreme Lord. And how to clean the mirror of the mind? By chanting. Prabhu is saying by chanting. Any other thing is there? मन का जो मैल है वो कैसे साफ करें, धुलाई कैसे करें? हम सब धोबी हैं, तो कैसे सफाई करना है? One is by chanting. And what is Navavidha Bhakti? हाँ बोलो प्रभु. श्रवण करना है. So actually out of the Navavidha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyamatma Nivedanam. So what is the 2 prominent things? Shravanam and Kirtanam. अगर हमको, if you want to grow a plant in the house, if you say जाने दो पानी नहीं देते, उसको खाद ही नहीं डालते, तो चलेगा क्या? If you want to take, first thing you have to offer water to the plant and some manure, then the plant will grow. Like that, important is hearing and chanting. Out of the Navavidha Bhakti, people say, the hearing not important, chanting. I will go for Kirtan Mela. I will only hear Kirtan Mela. I am not interested in Bhagavatam class. So only chanting is not important. Hearing is also important. Pani, the water is also important and food is also important. Only food will not work, only water will not work. Both are important. So for Bhakti Lata to sprout, 2 things are important, hearing and chanting. And that is very important. So then that when we are doing, then Krishna himself reveals to us. So there are some people, like in Sri Lanka there was one man called Kovur. What he said? Today I want to see God. If you believe that God is there, God will come and he will show darshan to me. So he took a hall and he was sitting and said, till today evening 6 o'clock, God should come and give me darshan. If God gives and gives me darshan, then I will believe God exists. Otherwise I don't believe. So you are sitting in this hall. Tomorrow you say that king is existing in Bahrain. Today evening till 6 o'clock, king should come here. If he is coming here, then I will believe king is here. Otherwise I don't believe. Will it work like that? So king will come for you? So Raja क्यों आएगा इधर? If you say king has to come here, who are you? First you qualify yourself to meet the king. Then king will come to meet you. So similarly, you qualify yourself to meet Krishna, then Krishna will come to see you. You cannot command Krishna to come to see you. Bhakt को ऐसे बोल सकते हैं? So when you are saying, Krishna, I am here. Last 10 years I am chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why you are not coming? You have to come. So we cannot order Krishna. Krishna cannot be commanded. Krishna appears by his own sweet free will. That is what Krishna is saying. What Prabhupada is saying here, that when we come in Shuddha Sattva, when we come in Krishna conscious Kaivalya, when we come in Vasudev state, then Krishna will appear in front of us. So that is what Prabhupada is saying. Then we go to the next verse, verse number 24. So Sati, here we come to Sati and Shiva again. So Sati is saying, still I will go because he is my father, I want to go to meet him. So Shiva is telling her that actually your father has offended me last time. Even though I am innocent, he has insulted me. And that's why better you don't go. So Prabhupada is telling in the purport, between Pati and Pita, Sati is in Dharma Sankat. Pati ki baat mane ya Pita ki baat mane? Pita ke paas jaye. So whom do you think? Is the husband greater or the father is greater? Whom do you think is greater? He is saying Papa is greater. Anybody else wants to comment? Husband is greater or father is greater? Father is greater. Okay. And why? Hare Krishna. So I think he read the purport, I think. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada tells in the purport that actually father is greater. Because without father, you would not be born only. If you are not born, husband is secondary, next. So actually both are equally worshipable. When the girl is young, husband is taking care. But when the girl is small, father is taking care. And actually because of the father, the daughter is born. So that's why he is saying both are equally worshipable. But now in this situation, Sati, you don't go. Because your father is envious with me and he is angry. He is not in the proper mental state. That's why he will offend you. And if he will offend you, then you will get insulted. So though be careful, you will get insulted, he is telling her. Then we go to verse number 25. In spite of this instruction, if you decide to go, still Shiva is telling, after instructing also Shiva is telling Sati, that still if you want to go, then future will not be good for you. Shiva is already making prediction. So the next chapter what will happen, already Shiva is telling. It will not be good for you. Like we tell, the word Sati sabne shabd suna hai na. Sati word actually comes, Sati is one of the Pativrata. Ahilya Draupadi Kunti Tara Mandodari Tatha Panchakanya Asmare Nityam Mahapataka Nashinam. So ladies are supposed to worship Pativratas, these 5 Pativratas. So one of the Pativratas is Sati. So this Sati, वो Sati चली गई, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना Sati. Sati means what? Sati comes from this chapter, Bhagavatam actually. And she will actually go Sati. She will self-immolate herself in the yogic fire. So now Shiva is already predicting it will not be good for you. Because insulted by your relative, insult will be immediately equal to death. For example, if you are walking on the road and somebody insults you, somebody shouts at you, so you will not, if you are, the way what you are driving the car like that, drive properly. So he will insult you. He said, okay, theek hai, no problem. But somebody in your own house, your father, mother, your wife, your husband, वो ही insult करता है तुम्हारा. सबके साथ वो भी, that also in front of everyone. In front of everyone, he is insulting you. Then वो क्या लगता है? दिल पे लगता है. है कि नहीं? You are always thinking, अरे ऐसा क्यों किया इसने? Why he did like that? He should not have done. So for a respectable person, insult is too much worse. That's why Shiva is already predicting that, oh Sati, you have to be cautious that your father is not in proper mental state, that if you go now, it will be difficult for you. Maybe you will die also. He is already telling. Hare Krishna. So let's summarize now. In the last 10 minutes, we will summarize today what we discussed. So we are discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 3, verse number 20 to 25. So here the discussion is happening between Sati and Shiva. So first Sati is praising Shiva as Abhava, as Siti or Nilakantha. And Shiva is also telling her, oh beautiful one, oh whose eyebrows are so beautiful, please don't go. So there is something I told about some Sasur, Asur, Asur and Sasur. There is 3 categories of people. So Sasur, you have to be careful. He might behave as Sura, Asur both. So here Shiva actually, so the chapter is titled, what is chapter? Talks between Shiva and Sati. So we might be fight between husband and wife. Actually Shiva doesn't want Sati to go. Still he is controlling himself. And there is 6 things he is doing. So let's summarize this. So first what happens? Shiva smiled. When Sati wants to go to her father's house, Shiva smiles. So the acharyas are explaining actually, Shiva is smiling, but in his heart he is thinking, that actually Sati should not go. He is angry, but externally, sometimes we are angry, but doesn't want to go actually. Let her go. He's smiling. But he's smiling he's actually wanting to tell Sati, don't go please. So Prabhupada comments that actually Shiva is in charge of Tamoguna, but little Tamoguna sometimes can come in Shiva. So Shiva is also getting angry, but he tries to control himself. So Shiva is smiling. First is he smiled. Second is he replied, if there is some argument between husband and wife, we take mauna varta. मेरे को बात ही नहीं करना है तुमसे. तुम करो जो करना है करो. So but he replied. He replied also, he is trying to explain to her also. Third is he remembered. He remembered what? He remembered how Daksha treated him. He remembered that Daksha is proud and everything he does. When somebody is proud, he loses all his good sense. He is in false ego. And he cannot appreciate the glories of routine people also. What he will appreciate? Glories of self-realized Shiva. So Shiva smiled, Shiva replied, Shiva remembered. And number 4, Shiva explained. Shiva explained to Sati, why you don't go? Don't go because he is not in the proper state of mind. Then Shiva cautioned also. Shiva cautioned that don't go. If you go, there is risk. There is risk of suicide. This apman, this insult will be intolerable to you. And finally, Shiva instructed that please don't go. If you go, it will be a problem. But still Sati went. Sati, Prabhupada says, she is weak of heart. She decided, I have already decided. Like sometimes people come to ask you for opinion, but they have already decided. उन्होंने already decide किया मुझे क्या करना है. But सिर्फ नाम के लिए पूछते हैं, प्रभु जी क्या करूँ मैं? आपको क्या लगता है क्या करूँ? सब 4-5 डिवोटी को पूछते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है? आपको क्या लगता है? करना तो मराठी भी से ऐकावे जना से करावे मना से. तो पूछते हैं प्रभु क्या करूँ मैं? आपको क्या लगता है? But you give the opinion also, and finally he does what he wants to do only. तो पूछने को क्यों आया फिर? तो ऐसा. So then what we do? जाने दो ना करने दो उसको जो करना है. But what Shiva does here, next we will see that Shiva still, he is helping Sati actually. Shiva still tells that even though you are not interested, you are going against my instruction, still Shiva instructs, just looks at Nandi, and Nandi and other associates of Shiva go along with Sati, because Sati is going alone. So Shiva gives Nandi gives a bull to her and so many other paraphernalia, and he helps her. So we have to learn about this Bhagavatam. Why? Because we have to understand the dealing between husband and wife. So how the husband and wife should behave? You should smile, you should reply, you should remember the previous incident, you should explain, you should caution, you should instruct, and you should help. So here what is happening, despite Shiva's instruction, what was the conclusion? Sati still went, she disobeyed. बोलता नहीं सुनना है तुम्हारा नहीं सुनना है but सुन नहीं सकते. Sati got angry at Shiva. It is said Sati was looking at Shiva with fiery eyes. सबकी तरफ तो compassion दिखाते हैं और मेरी तरफ नहीं दिखाते. मुझे बोलता है मत जाओ, मैं जाऊंगी. So she goes, she just walks away. So see the difference between this approach and see the difference in Bhagavad Gita. In Arjuna also. So Arjuna also in Bhagavad Gita has got a dharma sankat, and we also get dharma sankat. We also have every time we decide today should I go to temple or to temple climate is too hot, नहीं जाऊँ, जाऊँ कि नहीं जाऊँ, whether should I listen to him or not to listen to him. Every time we are in dharma sankat. So see the approach of Sati and see the approach of Arjuna. Arjuna gave five reasons to Krishna why I should not fight. Arjuna didn't want to fight with his relatives. He is merciful. He is compassionate. He says he will get sinful reactions. He says better I go to the forest and better I be sannyasi. I don't want to fight. I don't want to. All the forefathers, everybody. If I kill everybody, my dynasty will come into hell. Everybody will go. I have to go to hell. Everybody will have to go to hell. So I don't. Compassion, envy, everything. Compassion, fear, enjoyment, fear of sinful reactions, and destruction of dynasty. He doesn't want destruction of dynasty. And then finally he is confused. And after having all these things also, he tells Krishna what? Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta yat shreyasyan nishitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. So whenever we are under dharma sankat, we have to, the bottom line of this class is that understand from the superiors. Those who know more than you, try to listen to them and follow their instructions. And somebody is hired to you, there is some reason for him being hired to you, spiritually, materially. So understand from him. So what he says, he tells Krishna, I am your disciple now, Krishna, please instruct me. And what Krishna says, okay, you are my disciple now, no problem, you go to sannyas, I will take care, I will release Sudarshan Chakra. With one Sudarshan Chakra, Krishna could have completed the Mahabharata war. He could have done, no? So many times he did before also. So 18 times he fought, 17, 18 times he fought with Jayadratha, and he did, with one Sudarshan he finished the entire army. So he could have told, the 7 Akshavani and 11 and 7, no? 11 Akshavani Sena, with one Sudarshan Chakra, Krishna could have finished the war. But Krishna tells Arjuna, no, you have to fight your war. So what he tells, no, not Ashochananva Shochastvam Pradnyavadam Shabhashase Gata Shona Gata Shumsha Nanu Shochanti Panditaha. So Krishna is not telling Arjun, wow, so nice. Krishna is like the spiritual master. Spiritual master will not tell the disciple, wow, so nice. Spiritual master is heavy. He will give one tight slap, like in the form of instruction. And that is actually the spiritual master's blessing. What he is saying, Ashochananva Shochastvam Pradnyavadam Shabhasase. You think you are very smart. But Gata Shona Gata Shumsha Nanu Shochanti Pandita. Those who are really learned, they don't lament for the body. They don't understand that we are not the body. We are soul. So Arjuna, don't lament. And then it goes on telling the whole Bhagavad Gita. And then he tells, after telling Bhagavad Gita, like Shiva tells Sati, Krishna also tells Arjuna that Yathechasi Tatha Kuru. Yathechasi Tatha Kuru. Like you want, you do now. And what Arjuna does? Does Arjuna go to forest? No. What Arjuna does? Arjuna says, Karishya Vachanam Tava. That is what we have to learn. Karishya Vachanam Tava. We have to understand. So why Sanjay tells, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhuti, Dhruvani Tirmama. So if we have to have extraordinary opulence, victory, if we have to be successful in our life, we have to behave like Arjuna. We have to just say, Karishya Vachanam Tava. Whatever Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we have to obey his orders and obey the spiritual master's orders, and then our life will be successful. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. So any questions for Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. We have time for questions? 5 minutes. Anybody has any question? Any burning question in which you can solve your dharma sankat by that? Otherwise, we are going to see now this today's special day when most of us we are going for a Mahavatar Narsinga movie. So whatever I spoke today, you can see practical demonstration today in the movie. This was theory. You see the practical. How the real devotees, how actually Arjuna behaves, how Prahlad behaves. So how Prahlad behaves, if you understand how Prahlad behaves and you try to slowly inculcate in your life. Prahlad says that you have to be selfish. Prabhupada log bolte na, selfish, you should not be selfish. But Prahlad said you have to be selfish because we don't understand ki real self kya hai. What is the real self? Real self is Atma. So we have to understand who is Krishna and surrender unto him. That is the real self-interest. That we will see now in the movie. How Prahlad is really selfish. That come what may. That here it is saying Namaskar. You offer obeisances. When we are listened, he is come what may, whatever the situation happens, he will never give up his devotional service. That's why Prahlad is great. If a small situation comes in our life, we'll say, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for coming, bringing me to ISKCON. मैं जाता हूँ, जा रहा हूँ मैं. So that's why let's go and learn from Prahlad now. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Hare Krishna. If there are no questions, Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So Prabhuji's instruction is follow the instructions of the superiors and Karishya Vacharam Tava. Hare Bol. So we will thank Prabhuji by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, we started yesterday with the Julan Yatra. It was a very nice decoration yesterday, and today also the decorations and